That is illegal.
It's illegal.
Illegal?
Illegal. Illegal.
안녕하세요. 한국경제신문 뉴욕 특파원 박신영입니다. 저는 지금 뉴욕 맨해튼에 있는 불법 마리화나 가게 앞에 나와 있습니다. 저희가 이번에 취재를 나서게 된 게 최근 뉴욕시에서 불법 마리화나 가게에 대한 이슈가 굉장히 커지고 있기 때문입니다. 2021년 뉴욕 주 정부가 마리화나 판매를 합법으로 허용을 했습니다. 21세 이상의 성인이면 탐온스의 대마초 혹은 24g의 대마초 농축액을 살 수 있도록 허용을 했습니다. 문제는 합법적으로 허가를 한 거는 뉴욕주 전체가 100여 개, 그 중에서 뉴욕시가 40여 개인데 뉴욕시에만 2000여 개의 불법 가게가 만들어졌기 때문입니다. 마리화나를 판매하는 불법 가게가 우후죽순으로 생겨나면서 뉴욕시는 지난해 마리화나 가게를 불법적으로 임대해준 건물주에게는 약 $10,000의 벌금을 매기는 법안을 통과를 시켰습니다. 그래서 올해 초부터 집중적으로 단속을 하고 있고, 그래서 이 가게도 그런 단속의 일환으로 문을 닫은 것으로 보입니다. 마리화나 판매의 경우 굉장히 작은 공간만 있으면 판매를 할 수 있기 때문에 불법 이민자들이나 이런 사람들이 이런 가게를 빌려서 마리화나를 팔고 있었고, 주변 지역민들이나 어린 아이들에 대한 보호가 필요하다, 이런 문제의식이 커지고 있습니다. 저는 지금 타임스퀘어 얼라이언스라는 비영리 단체의 톰 해리스 회장님을 만나 뵈러 왔습니다. 마리화나 정책에 대해서 굉장히 비판적인 의식을 가지고 계신 분인데요. 오늘 이분의 의견을 듣도록 하겠습니다.
We're a business improvement district in Times Square. We're about 32 years old. And we exist to make Times Square clean, safe, and desirable for all.
Could you explain what is background or reason for marijuana legalization in New York?
So they legalized marijuana in New York State because all too often we found that it criminalized black and brown individuals and incarcerated them unnecessarily. I think the move nationwide is to decriminalize it, and New York State did that. Well, what we've seen is the state legalized it with the idea that they would be able to tax it and generate revenue. They were supposed to come up with legal dispensaries. And what happened was there were some starts and stops with that process. And as a result, we've seen a lot of illegal establishments open up that sort of avoid the law. And it's caused challenges for us in the neighborhood. So what we see is that a lot of these illegal shops cater to young children. So we'll see kids going to school in the morning and stopping by these places, and it's not the right thing to do. We need to protect our children. We need to protect really all of society. We've seen violence surrounding these illegal places. There were 2 homicides, 2 people killed within 100 feet of one of the stores on 8th Avenue. Another one was robbed, and another one had a shooting in front of the location. So I think that the concept is effective, but they do not have enough agents to go out there to do the enforcement to make it, to have a lasting impact. So we would like to see them find ways to approve more of the legal dispensaries. That's number one. There's clearly a demand for this. We want to make sure that people who want to use the cannabis, whatever way they use it, have a safe product. Right now, we did some testing on products that we purchased from these stores. We found mold, we found pesticides, and we found that the toxicity levels were much higher than reported on the package. So a legal establishment wouldn't have these challenges because there's more controls for the products that they buy.
How can you distinguish what is legal or what is illegal store?
So that's the big problem. Right now, it's really hard to do. The biggest thing is legal dispensaries are more discreet. The illegal ones have the giant flashing weed symbol on the front. They advertise Weed World, things like that. They advertise differently than the legal ones. The legal ones There's signage restrictions. There are more restrictions on how they can have their storefront.
How about Eric Adams' position about this problem?
Well, the problem is that the state, it was legalized by the state.
Right.
And the state dictated who could do the enforcement, and it wasn't the city. So we need the state to allow the city to do the enforcement. Right here, yep.
High life.
So look, it looks like it was closed.
Is this legal?
No,
No, illegal.
this is an illegal place, and you could see it was closed down. They closed it down yesterday. So we had contacted the sheriff's office and the Office of Cannabis Management. We let them know that they were selling illegally. They came out, they found them to be selling illegal, and they seized the products and they shut them down. So this is success.
How governor prohibit the reopen this store?
So that's what we have to see, because if you look at this thing, this is only ordered to stop illegal activity. But in theory, they could just open up again and just say that they're operating legally, and you would need an enforcement agent to come back and check.
So you give opportunity to make this legal.
They always have that opportunity, but as you could see, they closed down because it was what they were selling was illegal. So this is success for us. Then if we look across the street, you'll see a huge store across the street.
That is illegal.
It's illegal.
Illegal?
Illegal. Illegal. A legal dispensary would have a sign indicating that it's licensed by the state. There's a website that you could check for the licenses, and it has to abide by certain rules. We actually went in, bought products from here. We tested them. We found that the toxicity level was much more than the label said, and we also found that they contain mold and pesticides. So you could get sick from that, and that's when you have the legal store, there are checks and balances where the products that they purchase are from controlled growers. So.
It looked like illegal.
Right. So the sheriff was here yesterday as well, but didn't find things to the level that they found over there. So they just reported them to the Office of Cannabis Management. So we see we're not against the legalization of marijuana or even a legal business, but what we see is these illegal businesses that attract an unwanted element to the neighborhood. There's a lack of regulations surrounding them, and we would like to see a little bit more enforcement from our state and city partners in law enforcement.
아? 네, 지금 이 타임스퀘어 인근의 대로변인데 당당하게 마리아나를 피고 있고, 저도 지금 냄새가 솔솔 나네요. 얼른 도망가야 되겠습니다.